There is a mistake people make with Ashwini Nakshatra. They hear speed, healing, horses, beginnings, rescue, medicine, and impulsiveness, and then assume everybody with a planet in Ashwini behaves roughly the same way. They do not. Ashwini Pada 1 and Ashwini Pada 4 can look like two completely different psychological creatures, even though both belong to the same nakshatra. That difference is exactly where serious nakshatra reading begins. Ashwini occupies the opening degrees 13 degrees 20 of Aries, so every pada carries the primal atmosphere of Aries: initiation, survival, movement, competition, independence, physical action, and the instinct to move before everybody else has finished thinking. Mars supplies the battlefield. Ketu, as the nakshatra ruler, supplies something stranger: instinctive memory, sudden breaks, unexplained knowing, karmic familiarity, unconventional solutions, healing knowledge, and the ability to do something almost automatically without understanding how you knew how to do it. This is why Ashwini can behave like the person who reaches the accident before everybody else, opens the machine before reading the manual, starts the company before understanding the market, drives too fast because waiting feels unbearable, or suddenly discovers a solution that trained people around them somehow missed. The Ashwini Kumaras are physicians. Therefore, healing is not limited to becoming a doctor. Ashwini repairs. It restores movement. It gets something functioning again. That can mean a surgeon repairing a body, an engineer repairing equipment, a consultant rescuing a failing organization, a therapist shifting somebody out of paralysis, an entrepreneur reviving a dead opportunity, or simply the person everybody calls when something has gone wrong and somebody needs to act immediately. But here's the key. The nakshatra tells you the underlying intelligence. The pada tells you what that intelligence actually wants. Pada 1 wants Dharma, Pada 2 wants Artha, Pada 3 wants Kama, Pada 4 wants Moksha, and their Navamshas change from Aries to Taurus to Gemini to Cancer. So the same Ashwini horse changes rider 4 times. Ashwini Pada 1, 0 degree 00 to 3 degree 20, Aries. Aries Navamsha, Dharma. This is Ashwini with almost no filter. Aries outside, Aries inside. Mars over Mars, with Ketu operating underneath. This is the survivalist, initiator, fighter, pioneer, and first responder version of Ashwini. There is enormous emphasis on self-direction because this pada psychologically says, if I do not act, nothing is going to happen. Do not immediately interpret that as selfishness in a moral sense. It is more primitive than morality. This is survival consciousness. The individual instinctively protects their direction, identity, body, objective, and independence. They may dislike needing permission, hate slow committees, and become irritated when somebody keeps explaining something that they already want to execute. The upside is extraordinary decisiveness. The shadow is exactly the same mechanism without restraint: impatience, arrogance, premature action, unnecessary conflict, accidents, head injuries, burned bridges, and beginning 5 battles that did not need to become battles. This pada wants to prove competence through action. The father can become important through knowledge, education, teaching, counseling, leadership, or intellectual authority. The parental environment can be unusual because pada 1 creates strong individuality. The native often grows up sensing that father and mother operate through very different psychological principles. When the sun lands here, leadership becomes highly personal. You want to be first, establish something, represent something, lead something, or become identified with the beginning of a movement. Fame can follow pioneering action rather than simply maintaining inherited status. Moon here makes the emotional system extraordinarily quick. You can understand something emotionally before anybody has explained it, but you can also react before you have processed what happened. Competitive family dynamics, driving fast, physical fitness, emotional rescue, and intense protectiveness can become recurring themes. Mars here is almost pure ignition. Engineering, repair, sports, military activity, physical competition, and courageous intervention become obvious expressions, but so do injuries when the body moves faster than awareness. Mercury here thinks at ridiculous speed. Reading, talking, eating, replying, deciding, and communicating can happen almost instantly. That can produce brilliance under pressure, but one careless message, impulsive email, or angry sentence can create unnecessary consequences. Jupiter turns the pioneer into a strategist, teacher, or ideological leader. Venus turns Ashwini speed toward attraction, relationships, art, and quick romantic decisions. Saturn struggles initially because Saturn wants time, while this pada wants immediate movement. Therefore, early frustration can eventually become formidable disciplined leadership. Rahu exaggerates ambition and innovation. Ketu makes the instinctive, occult, healing, and yogic dimension exceptionally pronounced. The lesson of pada 1 is simple but difficult. Speed becomes power only after direction exists. Without direction, this pada is merely running. With direction, it can become almost unstoppable. Ashwini pada 2, 3D20 to 6 degrees 40 Aries, Taurus, Navamsha, Artha. Now something fascinating happens. The horse is still running, but suddenly it sees something worth acquiring. Aries says, go. Taurus says, get something valuable from going. Mars supplies aggression. Venus supplies value, pleasure, resources, money, food, security, and preservation. This is why pada 2 is materially very different from pada 1. The native still wants rapid results, but now the result must become tangible. Money, property, food, comfort, business, assets, physical security, a profitable skill, something you can hold. This is Ashwini learning economics. It can aggressively pursue resources and sometimes injure itself through excessive pursuit. That injury can be literal, financial, relational, or psychological. Pushing the body too hard, chasing money recklessly, buying impulsively, competing unnecessarily, or treating resources as something to seize rather than circulate. The deeper lesson is that resources are not merely meant for personal consumption. Hoarding creates the trap. Sharing, distributing, supporting, and using resources intelligently creates the opening. Pada 1 says, I survived. Pada 2 asks, fine, but what did you build from surviving? This pada frequently gives an entrepreneurial flavor because Aries wants independence while Taurus wants accumulation. It can be excellent for building businesses, monetizing skills, turning knowledge into products, working with food, finance, luxury, healing products, vehicles, physical assets, design, or anything where action becomes value. Put Mars here and engineering becomes commercially useful. Put Mercury here and communication starts thinking about profit, negotiation, pricing, and transactions. Put Jupiter here and knowledge wants to become financially productive, teachable, or institutionally valuable. Put Venus here, and Ashwini's youthful attractiveness becomes far more sensual and materially refined. Relationships, luxury, aesthetics, and unexpected wealth can become much stronger themes. Put Saturn here, and the person may spend years learning resource discipline before eventually becoming far more competent at money than somebody who received wealth easily. Put Rahu here, and appetite can become enormous. Bigger income, better technology, more sophisticated possessions, foreign opportunities, disruptive businesses. Put Ketu here, and there can be the strange contradiction of somebody who understands how to generate resources, but periodically becomes detached from possessing them. The danger of pada 2 is mistaking acquisition for progress. The power of pada 2 is becoming the person who converts raw ability into sustainable value. Ashwini pada 3, 640 to 10 degrees Aries, Gemini, Navamsha, pada 3 is where the lone horse discovers the network. Gemini changes everything. Now Ashwini wants people, information, connections, conversations, siblings, friends, neighbors, markets, audiences, and opportunities. This is arguably the most mentally restless Ashwini pada because Mars wants movement, Mercury wants information, and Ketu keeps producing unconventional connections. The mind can move at extraordinary speed. The person may speak quickly, learn quickly, connect unrelated ideas quickly, and become impatient with people who require long explanations. There can be wit, sarcasm, humor, negotiation ability, campaign activity, writing, marketing, media, technology, or intense involvement in social networks. But kama means desire, interaction, and fulfillment through engagement. Therefore, pada 3 often becomes preoccupied with personal gains through people. That is where the shadow appears. Relationships can unconsciously become transactional. Who can help me? Who knows somebody? What can this connection produce? Why should I spend time here if nothing is happening? The chart material points toward an important corrective. Siblings, friends, neighbors, in-laws, and people within the immediate network repeatedly become part of the karmic equation. When they need assistance and you help without immediately calculating your return, blocked situations often begin loosening. That is not random. Gemini teaches exchange, but Ashwini Pada 3 must evolve from transaction into circulation. With Mercury here, the quick-thinking Ashwini signature becomes extreme. Fast speech, clever argument, emergency communication, political campaigning, writing, marketing, medical communication, paramedic-type environments, or technological communication can emerge strongly. The same placement can create communication mistakes simply because the hand sends the message before judgment arrives. Mars here argues faster than most people can respond. Sun here can produce a visible spokesperson, campaigner, or intellectually competitive leader. Moon here makes emotions move through conversation. Silence becomes difficult when disturbed. Jupiter here can create an enormous teacher, writer, or communicator, but unfinished books, courses, manuscripts, or intellectual projects can accumulate because beginning is still easier than completing. Venus here gives playful attraction, flirtation, wit, and youthfulness in relationships, but boredom can enter quickly if mental stimulation disappears. Saturn here forces the mind to slow down and eventually creates structured communication, though early life may feel mentally frustrated. Rahu can become brilliant for technology, AI, mathematics, unconventional media, or revolutionary communication, but obsession with information can become exhausting. Ketu can produce astonishing intuitive communication, knowing something before you can logically explain where the information came from. The danger of Pada 3 is cleverness without commitment. Its gift is becoming the connector who moves information, people, and opportunities faster than the environment around them. Ashwini Pada 4, 10 degrees East Rasan to 13 degrees 20 Aries, Cancer Navamsha, Moksha. Then Ashwini reaches its most psychologically complicated Pada. The warrior enters water. Aries still wants to act, but Cancer wants emotional safety. Mars wants independence, while Moon wants belonging. Ketu wants release. This creates enormous internal contradiction. Pada 4 can look tough outside and extraordinarily sensitive inside. The person may act aggressively when what they are actually experiencing is fear, emotional disturbance, insecurity, family concern, or the need to protect somebody. This is where Ashwini's physician archetype becomes far more connected with people, emotional rescue, family patterns, mother ancestry, and the masses. The image's core warning is extremely important. Peace does not come merely through selfish acquisition here. It comes when ability is used for larger groups. That is the great inversion of Ashwini. Pada 1 says, save yourself. Pada 4 eventually discovers, saving only yourself will never satisfy you. This Pada can become deeply effective in public service, healing communities, mass communication, emotional counseling, emergency support, hospitals, humanitarian systems, caregiving environments, or organizations serving large populations. The mother becomes especially significant. Family history, inherited emotional patterns, and ancestral memory can strongly influence decisions. What looks like personal anxiety may actually be an old family pattern repeating through the native. There can also be complicated issues around intellectual ownership, taking somebody else's idea, emotional competition around recognition, or creating problems for the very group one wants acceptance from. The karmic correction is service. Contribute something useful to the collective rather than extracting recognition from it. Moon here becomes extremely intuitive. Mars becomes the emotional protector. Mercury can communicate directly into public sentiment. Jupiter can become the compassionate teacher, healer, or protector of families and children. Venus can make relationships emotionally karmic and unusually difficult to treat casually. Saturn creates deep ancestral work and long emotional responsibilities before stability develops. Rahu can produce mass influence, public visibility, or technological innovation directed toward collective problems. Ketu can become profoundly spiritual because Moksha Pada plus Ketu creates a strong instinct to search beneath ordinary material life. This Pada, therefore, has enormous healing potential, but only after emotional reactivity stops controlling action. Its danger is fighting external battles that were actually triggered by internal insecurity. Its gift is turning personal pain into the ability to restore other people. And this is exactly why you cannot say Ashwini people are fast and believe you have understood Ashwini. You have understood perhaps 10%. Pada 1 runs because it must establish itself. Pada 2 runs because it sees something valuable. Pada 3 runs because somebody somewhere has information or opportunity. Pada 4 runs because somebody needs to be protected, healed, or emotionally restored. Same nakshatra, same Aries, same Ketu, completely different psychological destination. And this is also why the planet occupying Ashwini matters so much. The planet tells you what is riding the horse. The Pada tells you where the horse is trying to go. Sun riding Ashwini wants identity, authority, and recognition through initiation. Moon riding Ashwini wants emotional experience, rescue, and rapid responsiveness. Mars wants action, repair, competition, and physical execution. Mercury wants information, communication, and quick problem solving. Jupiter wants knowledge, strategy, teaching, and ultimately legacy. Venus wants relationships, beauty, pleasure, resources, and preservation. Saturn wants to turn impulsive beginnings into something durable, usually after struggle. Rahu wants to break boundaries, innovate, enter foreign territory, and create something nobody has attempted before. Ketu brings the strangest expression of all: instinctive familiarity with healing, spirituality, occult knowledge, yogic disciplines, unusual problem solving, and experiences that feel less learned than remembered. Then place each one through the 4 padas. Pada 1 personalizes and weaponizes it. Pada 2 materializes and monetizes it. Pada 3 communicates and networks it. Pada 4 emotionalizes, ancestralizes, and collectivizes it. That single framework is far more useful than memorizing hundreds of isolated Ashwini predictions. There is one more Ashwini principle worth watching carefully. Wherever Ashwini becomes strongly activated, beginnings themselves become karmic. You repeatedly encounter situations where something must be started quickly, revived, rescued, repaired, or restarted after appearing dead. You may also discover that experience teaches faster than warning. Somebody tells you not to do something, you do it anyway. Life teaches you directly, and suddenly you possess knowledge nobody could have talked you into accepting beforehand. That is Ashwini. It learns while moving. Its gift is speed, its weakness is speed, its medicine is conscious direction. And the 4 padas show the evolution beautifully, from survival to resources to relationships to emotional and collective responsibility. So if you have your ascendant, moon, sun, Atmakaraka, career planets, relationship planets, or important house lords in Ashwini, do not stop at Ashwini Nakshatra. Find the exact degree. Find the pada, because those 3 degrees and 20 minutes can completely change the story. And if you want to understand how your nakshatra, exact pada, planetary placement, Navamsha, house lordship, and deeper karmic patterns combine in your own horoscope, you can connect with me for a deep Vedic astrology reading. That is where we stop treating astrology as generic personality description and start examining why your version of the same nakshatra produces the specific people, choices, struggles, opportunities, and repeating patterns that it does.